So, today my opponent and I will be debating which species is the better predator. My name is Keller Graf, and I will be defending the antlion as the better predator.
And my name is Luke Dunn, and I will be speaking in support of the emperor dragonfly as the superior predator. The Anax imperator, or commonly known as the emperor dragonfly or blue dragonfly, is a large tactical dragonfly that takes flight from June to August each year in areas such as Central Asia and most of Africa and Europe. This dragonfly dates back to the 1800s, but fossil records date dragonflies back to 300 million years ago. When the emperor dragonfly first hatch, both male and females appear pale green with brown markings. Their wings are born black, but over time they grow yellow-brown with age. Males have a light blue abdomen with a black dorsal stripe and a green thorax. The females have similar markings, but they are mainly green. The emperor dragonfly is a commonly found species near large ponds and lakes, as well as canals and ditches, and they are rarely found away from these sources of water. Because of their attraction to water, the female dragonflies lay their eggs in floating pondweed to prevent fish and other predators from consuming the eggs. Most of the dragonfly's life is spent underwater as larvae, and it emerges as a winged adult for a few weeks a year to mate and lay eggs. The eggs develop in 3 weeks, however. The larva that hatches lives in the water and sheds its skin 10 to 15 times during a 2-year maturing process. Almost all of its growth occurs in summer months, and in the last stage of development, the larva crawls out of the water to dry its skin in the sun. As skin splits open, the adult dragonfly emerges. Once its soft wings have hardened, it can fly, but the adult dragonfly lives for only a few brief weeks. This reproductive and growth process helps guarantee that larvae hatch at the same time, which allows a better chance for adults to breed successfully. At a length of about 3 inches, and in regards to their predatory attributes, the emperor dragonfly flies up high to look for insect prey such as butterflies and tadpoles. They are able to catch and consume their prey mid-air with the help of their large wings and adhesive forelegs. As one of the largest and fastest dragonflies in the world, their aerial hunting ability and their multifaceted eyes that can detect prey up to 40 feet away make the Anax imperator an apex predator of its regions.
The Glenurus gratis, more commonly known as the antlion, is an insect that is included in the Myrmeleontidae family and part of the Neuroptera order. Compared to Neuroptera standards, the amount of fossils discovered for this insect is relatively small. However, some Mesozoic fossils attest to the antlion's origin being up to 150 million years ago. Lifespan for this insect is 2 to 3 years, but most of that time is spent in the larvae stage. These insects can be found almost anywhere, but have been mainly spotted in North America, where they have been given the nickname doodlebugs. Antlions complete a full metamorphosis cycle in their lifetime, starting as the larvae known for their dangerous pits and transforming into the adult stage. Once they've completed this aspect of their life, they have a new purpose: reproduce. The larva stage consists of excessive feeding, allowing them to reach the necessary size to metamorphose into their adult body. The difference in bodies of the larvae and adult have been said to be more significant than butterflies and caterpillars. Larvae have a very plump abdomen and thorax, bearing 3 pairs of walking legs. The larva prothorax enables for long mobile neck that bears 2 long sickle-like jaws that have several sharp, hollow projections attached to them. Adult antlions have a slender abdomen with 2 pairs of long, narrow, translucent wings. Along with this, they have 2 antennae that are as long as the head and thorax combined. Antlions are primarily known for its larvae and the cones they dig into the sand in order to trap their prey. The cones are built so deep that when the prey enter the cone, the sand falls out from under their feet, pulling them down to the center. This is where the antlion larvae patiently waits. And once the prey has fallen, the antlion uses venomous pincers to grab and slam the prey until they die. The larvae do not have a mouth for digestion, so, similar to spiders, they secrete an enzyme into the prey that breaks down the internal makeup and sucks up the juice with their jaws. While these insects do not seem to do much, they have a very important impact on human society. Due to their lengthy larva stage and the excessive eating that comes with it, overpopulated ant species can be moderated by this ant.
In my opponent's opening statement, he states that the antlion patiently waits for its prey to fall into its trap. Thus, as my first point, one must explore the inferior method of prey capture of the antlion. With the Emperor dragonflies' ability to fly at fast speeds and pluck prey right out of the air, one can find that the dragonfly is far more able to catch prey and consume them at a faster rate. Instead of patiently waiting, as my opponent stated, they are able to hunt and find their prey. According to dailymail.co.uk, the winged insect catches more than 95% of its prey it targets, making it twice as successful as a great white shark and 4 times as effective as the king of the jungle. Therefore, in regards to the most important thing for an effective predator, being able to capture prey, the emperor dragon comes out on top.
While the emperor dragon may be more efficient with its hunts, the antlion hunts have more of an overall impact on our ecosystem. Since the antlion's larvae stage takes up over half of their entire lifetime, they are stuck on the ground until metamorphosis. This means that for the majority of their life, they are feeding on insects slightly smaller than it, and doing so a lot. Prey mainly consists of ants that fall into their cone trap, thus allowing the antlion to moderate the overpopulation of specific species. Another advantage antlions have over emperor dragonflies is the safety of their eggs. After metamorphosis, the adult antlions immediately begin to reproduce and must find a safe spot for their eggs to mature. Antlions are able to place their eggs on the ground safely due to the long time they spend on the ground in their larvae stage. This is an advantage because dragonfly eggs are subject to aquatic animals and other flying predators when they are placed on water.
To dispute with my opponent concerning the safety of the emperor dragonfly and their eggs and larvae, I turn back to my original statement that the female dragonflies lay their eggs in floating pondweed to prevent fish from consuming the eggs. Despite the likelihood that some eggs and larvae may be lost to other predators and natural causes, the fatality rate of these dragonflies must be similar to that of the antlion, given the large amount of predators found below and above ground that feed on antlion offspring in their natural habitats. Furthermore, through the mass predatory success of these dragonflies, one can notice their ability to remove possible predators of larvae as adults. The act of feeding on the insects that may feed on eggs and larvae is what gives the successful predators a perfect balance within their ecosystems.
In rebuttal to my opponent's claim that the emperor dragonfly offspring have better chances of survival compared to the antlion larvae, the concept of global warming arises. According to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, developmental processes of some are likely to be especially sensitive to warming temperatures. What this means is that as the Earth continues to heat up, organisms that have development stages such as insects will be affected negatively. However, because of the antlion's instinct to create cones and stay underground as larvae, they will be able to avoid this increasing temperature and thus thrive. On the other hand, insects like the dragonfly will see large increases in mortality rates as the ponds and water sources that hold their offspring and draw in prey begin to dry up and disappear. In addition, as big an impact that the antlion larvae can have on our ecosystem, the adults help as well. Once they've matured, they are not stuck on the ground feeding in their pits anymore. With 2 sets of long, narrow wings, their possibilities for prey greatly widen. Their newly gained mobility allows them to feed on smaller arthropods and focus on reproduction. All in all, with larvae running the prey trap operation and adults branching out on their own to reproduce and hunt, one can see why these antlions are such effective predators.
Despite some of the logical claims made by my opponent concerning the safety of offspring and global warming, there is too much logic that supports the claim that the emperor dragonfly is the better predator. When it comes down to that debate alone, offspring and climate change are not the true topic at hand. The dragonfly's ability to use every part of its body, including its wings, legs, and eyes, to spot prey and grab them even in the blinding sun, puts the anaximpeter on top. Once again, and simply put, there is no competition when it comes to an antlion who waits and hopes for prey to that of an emperor dragonfly who hunts and captures its prey within an alarming rate of success. To tie it all together, naturalworldnews.com does a perfect job. Dragonflies are brutal, effective killers, and the most effective hunter in the animal kingdom. Thank you.
While I believe that both arguments are strong in attempting to prove which insect is the superior predator, the claims made for the emperor dragonfly seem to have more risks for youth fatality than the advantages given. Antlion larvae are able to avoid death in many areas of their life using techniques that allow them to prevent predators from entering their homes and hide themselves from high temperatures that may injure or kill other insects. In conclusion, I feel both stages, larvae and adult, of the antlion are more efficient predators than dragonfly in all regards.